Do you guys remember the good old days playing Pokemon as kids and trying to compete with your friends to see who has the better Pokemon cards? I sure do, and it was a great time of my life. Well, today we are playing Pokemon on Minecraft, combining two of the best worlds together. In this video, I am playing on play.pokesaga.org, and the realm is Pokesplash. This Pixelmon server has amazing features like all kinds of gym leaders, a safari zone to capture a whole bunch of different Pokemon, a dedicated training zone, daily quests to keep yourself busy, Pokemon bingo, and unique events. If you guys want to play, there's a simple installation tutorial in the description. And once you're on the server, you can do /warp cookie and build your house right beside mine. So come to Pokesaga if you guys want to play some Pixelmon on Minecraft. And let's start the adventure. On day one, I had the choice of an original starter or a custom starter, and I had to choose the original one. Cause come on, original Pokemon was my childhood. I then had the options of water, fire, and grass. I really wanted to choose the monkey as my starter Pokemon, but I had to choose the Charmander cause he is just so OG. Charmander was a big part of my childhood. I then threw on my starter armor, and I realized there were some special cookies in my inventory. It goes from tier 1 all the way to tier 3. And I also had one Master Ball, and this time I wasn't gonna waste it on a seagull, like my first 100 days on Pixelmon. I then did some exploring around the spawn because there was just so much stuff to offer on this server. And while exploring the spawn, I ran into the Loch Ness monster. I quickly grabbed my Pokeballs, but I realized it wasn't a real Pokemon. I was baited. I then ran into the Poke Center, and when I walked in, this is the first thing I said: "Oh, this boy big, he thick." I also ran into the Warp Crates area, and I found a statue replica of myself. This guy is so much like me, he was even rubbing and patting his big belly. Respect, respect. God dang, why did they gotta make fun of me like that? I look like that right now sitting on my chair. And then I started touching the never mind now. I then did /RTP to teleport to a random place around the world, and I landed on the mountains right inside a birch forest. And I was like a curious cat. I started collecting apricorns and random berries around the world. I then saw a random bird in the sky, and for some reason I threw a Master Ball at it. I was joking around, but I was so scared I was actually gonna hit it. Thank God I didn't. And by the way, I streamed this entire 100 days on my Twitch account. I only averaged about like 70 viewers. But if you guys want to come chill with me and have good vibes, please follow my Twitch in the link below. It's pretty awesome over there. And I was getting quite hungry, so I started eating the berries that I picked up. I don't really know the real function of the berries, but all I can say is it's pretty tasty. And while running around, I saw a big floating sign in the sky. I was pretty curious, and it was actually a care package. Well, the correct term is a Pokestop, but it did remind me of those parachute like care packages from the Hunger Games. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? And the first Pokemon I ran into was a spider. He's lucky I don't have my Gucci flip-flops on, man. He would have been... I think I woke my mom up from that slap. She's napping right now. I'm dead. I then spent the next couple of days just running around, collecting the basics like berries and apricorns for my future farm. Then someone in my Twitch chat told me to do /RTP again. I'm so happy there isn't a cooldown. And I spawned right into a cave. I then grabbed more basic materials like coal, and I also got baited by this weird diamond looking ore. I got pretty excited, but it was only crystals. And there's also this weird white creamy looking ore. I didn't know what it was, but I mined it anyways. Maybe I can use it for my morning coffee. And then inside the cave, I ran into my first ever boss, a Diglett. Why does this Pokemon just look so weird? And he looked pretty cool being green, so I tried collecting him into my balls, and he just wouldn't go in. He broke like 10 of my balls, so I had to fight him for revenge. I threw down my Charmander, used Ember Attack, and I literally got clapped. How embarrassing. I lost to a Diglett. So I did /Warp Poke Center and went out to heal my Pokemon for free. But before I go catching a whole bunch of Pokemon, I wanted to make a house. So I teleported back into the wild and grabbed some spruce wood. I love my spruce wood. It's just such a beautiful looking piece of wood. Oh, that sounds so wrong. But I mined down the entire forest. Deforestation, baby. Let's go. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm team trees for life. Once I was done getting some wood, I went out to explore to find some flat land for my mansion. I wanted to find somewhere flat so you guys can come on and build your houses right beside mine. And while exploring, I found a random Poke Center chilling in the middle of nowhere. I then got curious and walked behind it and saw a giant snake. I don't really like snakes, but for some reason I wanted to catch him into my Pokeballs. He could be the snake to my balls. Oh, that was a bad joke. But then I gave up and ran away. I did end up finding a cow walking on 2 legs though. Pretty weird. And I think he was pretty scared of me. He kept running away every time I walked closer to him. He was scared of me to milk him. But then my chat told me that there were good things inside the chest. So I ran back and there was actually a lot of loot inside it. I have no idea what they do though. So I thought it would be a good idea to set up my home here. It was flat, there was grass, and there was just a Poke Center right beside me. And while I was cleaning out the area, I found another Poke Center right beside inside it. And there was even more good loot inside the chest. So on day 10, I decided to build my house right in between the two PCs. My first house design was an ugly square house. My Twitch chat was flaming me how ugly it was. So I had to break it down and build a new one. So I started expanding the house. And while I was building, I noticed there were rats about to move into my new house. My house wasn't even built yet. And this Rattata wanted to be my partner and live with me. Kinda sus, but I'm not gonna mention it. But anyways, after a couple of trial and errors, this was the design that I came up with. I mean, it wasn't really a design. It's only like 3 walls, but it's something. It's getting there. It's getting there. But I think I made it a little too big because I already ran out of resources and I need a lot to finish this. But since I'm from the future, the house turned out really nice. I ended up making a mansion and then I moved my chest into the house. Well, I mean my half house because I'm missing like one entire wall and the ceiling and windows. But yeah, anyways, I spent day 14 collecting some cobblestone so I can make a furnace and smelt my iron that I mined. I then ran into a giant floating purple centipede looking thing and I was pretty shocked. Hold up, what is this? And once I got a closer look, it was a epic boss. And the Pokemon was a Steelix. I then threw my Charmander at it to fight it. I know I could win this battle. Easy peasy. I'm gonna take back what I just said. He was just a little too hard for me. Just a little bit. On day 15, I went to the desert to grab some sand so I can have some glass for my new mansion. I then found a random Pokeball laying on the ground. I right-clicked it and it gave me a Dusk Ball. Could somebody tell me the difference between a Dusk Ball and a normal Pokeball? I have no idea. And after grabbing a whole bunch of sand, on day 16, I decided to fight a whole bunch of random Pokemon in the wild. The first Pokemon I fought was a Cineterretit. It took 2 Ember moves, but I ended up killing him. No, I'm just kidding. I know it's called a Centrite. I'm just playing as a Centret. Now it sounds weird. Am I saying it right now? Centrite? Am I even speaking English now? I then found a snake slithering on the ground, and I had to fight Kevin Durant. He was only level 2, so I clapped him. I also had to clap the rat that was trying to move into my house. And after killing this pet rat, my Charmander leveled up to level 10. After killing a whole bunch of other Pokemons, I found a random Geodude. And I knew he was garbage, but look at those biceps, man. Geodude is so muscular, I just had to catch him. So maybe I'll look like that one day in real life. And after like 10 tries, he finally got into my balls. My Charmander then learned a new move, Dragon Breath, and I replaced Growl with it. And while we wiped out all of the Pokemon in the desert, I ran into a desert temple. I checked the chests, and there was rock and fire gems. Absolutely no idea what it does, but I'm a hoarder, so I had to keep it. I then tried to blow up the desert temple up with the TNT, but sadly it doesn't work. On day 19, I went exploring to find some new Pokemon, and I ran into a Lavatar. And my Twitch chat was pretty excited. They told me it would turn into a Godzilla once it's evolved. So I chucked like 5 Pokeballs at it and I finally got him. Building up that team, baby. I then ran into another flying centipede, but this one was blue and green. He looks pretty tough, I must say. But on day 20, I went back to mining. I was mainly focused on iron ores, but I also got some ruby and crystals. Once I got home, I smelted the iron so I can make shears to grab leaves so I can cover my entire mansion with leaves. I used the iron to make more iron tools and shears, went chopping for more spruce wood, and continued on my mansion. And behind the front entrance of the house, I wanted to make a big viewing area with a lot of glass. So I made this half circle window looking thing. And then I finally finished the layout of the mansion. On day 22, when I was checking over the apricorn farm, I found a ginormous wasp. But I wanted to improve my Pokemon team, which means I need more Pokeballs. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of red apricorns, so I had to expand the farm. I grabbed all of the extra apricorns and planted them down around the island. What? I played too much one block. I then did /RTP to hunt for some more apricorns, but it spawned me into a jungle biome, and you guys know what's in here. Jungle wood and cocoa beans. Ingredients you need to craft cookies. So I spent the rest of day 22 collecting jungle wood and cocoa beans. I wanted to make a cookie factory. On day 23, I raided a PC for their bookshelves, and I went hide and seek hunting for some apricorns. While hunting, I found an old fisherman that didn't really look that old. I feel like he looked pretty young, and I thought he could give me something cool, but he just wanted to talk to me. Once I got home with all of the apricorns that I collected, I placed them so randomly around my house, and it was so random. And once I planted all of the apricorns, I needed to be around for them to grow. So I just AFK'd all the way until day 26, and once I came back from being AFK, I found 2 snakes making love in my house. They're living rent-free in here. What is this? So I threw down my Charmander and embered one of the snakes to death. And the apricorns didn't grow much while I was AFK, so I took the glass that I smelted, turned it into glass panes. I don't really like the look of glass panes, but it just saves me so much time because I hate mining floating sand. And then I filled in all of the windows with glass. Doing the half circle was a little bit challenging, but once I was complete, it looked pretty good. And to finish off the night of day 26, I was running out of food, so I decided to start working on a farm. Then my chat told me to try to do slash kits, and thank God for them because there was a lot of food kits. I also had all of the Omega, Champion, and all of the ranks kits, so I collected them all because I got excited, and I got 38 rare candies, 3 master balls, and 46 ultra balls. That's pretty poggers. It also gave me a lot of TR and TM vouchers where you can learn all of your moves, but I'm a noob, so I didn't know how to use them. On day 27, since I got so excited with the kits, I decided to carry on the excitement and grab my keys and special cookies to open. I opened 2 skill keys and I got $10,000 and a crystal title, but I had 3 Omega keys and I was really excited for these. The first one I opened, I got a Battle Bond Greninja. The second key, I got an upgrade and got a legend key. And the last key gave me a random Gen 7 shiny. And I was super excited to open the legend crate. And obviously, there was the roulette animation. Gets me even more excited. But then I got a Urshifu, you're a Pokemon. Well, I got my hopes up, and then I got Urshiftron. And then on day 28, my Twitch chat was telling me to level up the Tyranitar. Lavatar. I'm so bad with names. But while I was doing that, I ran into a big blue house. I've never seen this before, so I quickly went to check it out. But it was just simply an item shop. Since I got my hopes up, I decided to steal the bookshelves. God, I'm a thief. I love it. I mean, what? And the shop was built right into a village, which was kind of cool. And inside the houses were NPCs. I spoke to 2 of them thinking I can battle them, but they were useless. Then I met the guy. He was an old man that was level 26. I was so eager to fight him, I broke into the side of the house instead of using the door. I'm a thief and a home invader, but I had to challenge it, so I threw my Greninja at him, and we were into my first ever battle. But the first Pokemon he released was a Diglett, and I wasn't even afraid. And when I killed him, my Greninja actually started evolving. And once he finished, he looks so sick now. Then the next Pokemon the NPC threw down was a Clink. And I clapped him too. I guess clapping is his clink. Oh man, I'm not funny. And then I destroyed his Colossal. That is a terrible name. Whoever named that Pokemon needs to get fired. Let's go, boys. Pog in the comments. I beat my first ever battle. On day 32, I wanted to check out the Safari. This is a feature on the server where you can go around and collect a whole bunch of sick Pokemon. Way better than the wild. This makes my life so much easier. As I was running around the Safari, I found so many cool Pokemon that I've never seen before. I just wanted to catch them all. You guys hear that reference? I also saw a pterodactyl flying in the air and I wanted to catch him so bad. I also saw another Charmander that was level 40 and I was pretty tempted to catch him and completely ditch my first and original Charmander. I am so cruel. But anyways, my chat told me to collect a Ghastly. So I got him to really low health and then threw a Pokeball at it. And I caught Ghastly. He turned out to be pretty bad though. After running around and exploring the cave, I found a Drillbur, slammed him into my balls and moved on to the next. Then I found a Lickitung. And sheesh, what does that tongue do, bro? I then ran into a Lapras inside the water and my chat was telling me to catch him because he was really good. Yeah, he wasn't that good, but anyways, I got him pretty low and threw so many Ultra Balls at it and he wouldn't get into the balls. And the chat was warning me not to hit them again, but I was confident. I hit the Lapras with a lick and I left him at 1 pixel of a heart. I got so lucky. He has no health left. I threw an Ultra Ball at it and I caught him. I also saw this boss Patrat and I went to battle him as well because I knew he would give me a lot of XP. And he actually dropped me a rare candy. I then started riding my Lapras and this boy was slow, like turtle speed. Not even kidding. But once I got into the water, we were zooming, baby. We also found these weird turtle looking things and caught one. Then on day 41 to 45, I started fighting every single Pokemon I can find. I needed to level up my entire team so I can destroy these bosses and gyms. After a whole bunch of killing, my Lavatar learned the move Rock Slide. And then right after that, we met Godzilla. Look how big this guy is. It was nice to meet you, Giannis Antetokounmpo. But dang, I really want a Pokemon this big. Imagine riding that thing. With my weight, I would probably break its back too. But anyways, I tried to fight it for trolls and I got completely slapped. Like so hard I flew to China. So I decided to leave it alone. I then found a wild Pikachu and I had to catch him. So I went into battle with him to try to get him low and I accidentally killed him. I was pretty upset. But not long after, I found another Pikachu. And this time I played it safe and caught him. Oh yeah, he looks pretty cool. But then I remembered this server has a place dedicated for training. And I was grinding on my Pokemon. Wait, that sounds kind of weird. After killing a whole bunch of Chansleys, my Lavatar got Stomping tantrum. In countless hours of more grinding, my drill burr finally evolved into a Excadrill. Let's go. And I'm just gonna say this one thing. His spine do be messed up though. Please sit straight, guys. Just a reminder to correct your posture. And I forgot to mention, I added lucky eggs to every single one of my Pokemons and XP share to my Lavatar. And finally, after even more hours of grinding, my Lavatar evolved into a Pulpitar. He's getting so close to Tyranitar, the Godzilla himself. Once I got home from training, there was a legendary boss waiting right outside my house, and I had to go try and kill it. I kept spamming Fight Attack with my Greninja, and I actually got it to half health. I then used my Turtle Boy and hit it with a Dragon Pulse, and I ended up killing my first ever legendary boss. I was so unexpected, and I found myself a Keystone. Let's go. I'm at the Gucci store. What should I choose? The wristband, sunglasses, or necklace? My Twitch chat ended up choosing the sunglasses for me. Oh yeah, look at me. On day 57, I started harvesting my apricorns and planted them all over. I also wanted to start working on the house, so I smelted some iron for some shears and went to go get some leaves. After tearing through 3 whole shears, I got like 11 stacks of leaves. I've never been this happy. And while I was looking around at the damage I've done to this forest, I spotted a massive bird in the sky. And this is what I had to say about it. Yo, this pigeon took some steroids. Then I tried chucking my Pokemon at the bird, and my arms were just too weak. I couldn't even reach that far. I'm not Tom Brady. I also got a whole bunch of oak wood for the floor. I then noticed another giant wasp flying in the air, and I spent like the whole night trying to throw my Pokemon at it to fight it. For some reason, it was just going right through the wasp. And on day 58, once I was done collecting all the materials, I had a full inventory of stuff for the house. I then spent the rest of day 58 mining. Now it was time to start working on the roof, and I knew this would take a very long time. Placing all these stairs is so time consuming. It took a little bit of trial and error, but this is what I came up with, just a simple triangle design. I then made the house even taller and made this design. I really like it. It's starting to look like a big church. Now it's time to start on the roof for the entire house. And I did get distracted here and there because these legendary bosses kept spawning around my house. I just wanted to kill one so bad. But after losing miserably, I went right back to building. And one of my fans in chat had the great idea to make a big balcony at the back of the house. I then grabbed some glass panes and used it as the fence for the balcony. Once I had the bottom roof of the house complete, it was time to start working on the top. Oh my god, so many stairs. After 2 hours cut into 20 seconds, the roof is complete. Doesn't look too shabby. I'm sure some of you guys watching can do way better than me. I then used some oak wood to make the floor, just to accent the dark spruce wood. And for the upstairs as well. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with both of these floors, but the house is pretty big. And while I was finishing up, the owner of the server came to visit me, and he wanted to make me feel bad and threw down his Rayquaza. I mean, I'm sure my Pikachu can keep up with his Rayquaza. Nah, I'm just playing. I will get clapped. Then he requested to duel me, and I had so much confidence in my team. But then his level 100 Marshadow completely team wiped my entire Pokemon deck. Wow, it feels bad, man. I really thought I had a good Pokemon team running until he put me in my place. And while I was healing up all my Pokemon at the PC, he kept trolling me and world edited my entire house away. Bro, I worked so hard on that thing. Abusive owner. I'm reporting to Hypixel. Also, my stream chat was making fun of my stairs. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely nothing wrong with it. But after being garbage canned by the owner in our Pokemon battle, I knew I had to go training again. So I picked out a team and headed over to the dedicated training area. Only a couple of battles in, my Charmander finally evolved into the Charmeleon. Oh, he looks so much cooler already. And after a little bit of training, my new Charmeleon learned Fire Fang. What? Fang. My Pulpitar also learned Earthquake. After a lot of grinding and a couple of new moves learned, my Charmeleon finally evolved into the one and only classic Charizard. Ah, yes, he looks so tough now. And the first thing I did was ride him. Yeah, I'm soaring through the sky. Who needs airplanes when you have a Charizard? And now it was time to turn the Pulpitar into a Tyranitar. English good so. And then we finally evolved him. Let's go. We got Godzilla himself. I also have my Ghastly turned into the Haunter. My entire family is growing up fast. But I didn't like my Haunter very much, so I decided to swap out the Haunter for a Gibble. And then I spent the next couple of days training him. A couple of days later, he finally evolved into the Gigabyte. And yet another century later, he finally matured into the Garchomp. These Pokemon look so much sicker when they're all evolved. On day 79, one of my amazing Twitch viewers voted for me and gave me 10 voting keys. I spammed the crate and got 16 diamonds and a Master Ball. The rest, I have no idea what they do. On day 80, I thought I was ready to fight the Battle Frontier, but my boy James had Gordon Ramsay on his side, and Gordon looked so tough, and he was clapping my Pokemon so hard, I decided to forfeit. There's literally no way I'm beating him. So I decided to head home to grab some more keys and finally eat my special cookies. I was hoping they would give me a OP Pokemon so I can start beating these trainers and NPCs. I went to try to open these crates and they were expired. Like, how does a virtual key expire? What the hell? But anyways, I started running around the entire spawn trying to lose some hunger so I can start eating these special cookies. I spent the entire time talking to my Twitch chat. So go drop a follow if you guys haven't. It's pretty vibes over there. I'm definitely going to try to stream at least twice a week. I ate my first 2 cookies that were tier 1 and I got $75,000 and $50,000. That wasn't too bad, but I really wanted a legendary. I gobbled down a tier 2 and I got $50,000 again. I was kind of disappointed, but then this one was the one. I ate the cookie and I actually got a random legendary Pokemon. Exactly what I was looking for. So I ran over to the PC, opened it, and I got a type null. I have no idea what that even means. Like, he doesn't even have a name, but my chat was saying it was pretty good. So I just trusted their word. He looks pretty cool though, I gotta admit. Now I had tier 3s left. If tier 2 gave me a legendary, I was so excited for tier 3. I ate the first one and got a random shiny, and my last one was a high IV Ditto. Like, out of all Pokemons, I got a Ditto. A Ditto. I'm disappointed. On the bright side, the random shiny I got was a monkey. Let's go. I got a monkey. I think the video can end now. The entire video's goal was accomplished. Look at him. He looks so sick. Look at his hands. Looks like me a little bit. But since the Ditto had high IVs, I decided to use all of my rare candies on the Ditto. I was just way too lazy to keep training. I spammed all of the rare candies until he got to level 45. After getting some Pokemon upgrades, I thought I was ready to defeat the Battlefront tier. I threw down my Tyranitar to start, and he managed to do some type of damage, but then he ended up dying. I plopped down my Greninja, I surfed him, and I did so much damage to Gordon, but I ended up forfeiting because I knew he had 5 other Pokemon and I was just in the bucket. I don't even know what that means. I just said it. So I headed right back to training to try to level up my type null. Maybe my legendary will carry me. After a little bit, he learned double hit and I replaced it with tackle. And I had an XP share on Pharaoh Seed and he started evolving into Pharaoh Thorn. And he looks kind of funny. He looks like a UFO. My type null finally hit level 20 and the grind is real. On day 89, I went home and started harvesting my apricorns and I expanded my farm and did a ton of more training to get my type null to level 50 and her happiness to 220. And finally, my type null evolved into Silverly. And that was my first time reaching the gyms. First up was the Dragon Gym. I tried fighting him so many different times and I could not beat him. Every single time he would just clap my cheeks. There was absolutely no way I can beat the Dragon Gym. So I headed over to the Electric Gym. Maybe there's more hope over there. Before I fought the gym, I bought Earthquake from the Gen 7 TM shop and put the move on the Excadrill. And I thought I was ready to beat him. I used Earthquake against the Xurkitree and he lived. How did he live? He literally has like 0.5 of a pixel of a heart left. Yeah, I was pretty upset. And all my Pokemons got dumpstered. Can we all just take a moment in silence for me and my pain? Hey, but a big shout out to all the Twitch viewers that watched me play these entire 100 days. I streamed like 4 days in a row, like 10 hours every single day. So you guys really helped me get through that. Thank you so much. But we still have work to do. On day 91, I was exploring the wilderness a little bit and I ran into a weird gym. And it was actually the Ivy Gym. I thought to myself, maybe this gym was more my level. And it was just a bully match. All 4 of my Pokemon fainted. So this is what it feels like to be bullied, huh? I was losing hope big time. Big time rush. Oh, what a great show. Anyways, I had to do it. I had to bring my friend back on. And you guys might remember him from the first 100 days on PIXELMON. My boy VTech Martin, who hasn't changed his Minecraft name since 2013. But maybe he will help me get through these 100 days and help us defeat a gym. So we spent the day of 92 roaming around the mountains trying to find a Clefable. After waiting around and flying around with my Charizard for like an entire day, my friend ran into an epic boss and it was Absol. So I had to give it a go. I threw down my Tyranitar and started using Earthquake and I started pouncing on him. Tyranitar ended up fainting, but he did half of Absol's health. There was hope. I then threw down Garchomp and he got completely McDonald's. Same as Charizard. He got Burger Kinged. And then Dreepy got just, yeah, he just got destroyed. So I quickly went to heal up my Pokemon and grabbed Silverly. I got him all the way down to low health and I used Dig to finish him off. Let's go. We killed an epic boss. And then right after killing Absol, another legendary boss has spawned. And I got clapped a couple of times. There was literally no way of killing this Steelix. I came back for the 4th time and the Steelix actually brought home his dad. Yep, there's no way I'm trying to beat those guys. I tried fighting one of them and I just get garbage canned left and right. I'm starting to feel like a landfill. I'm just being thrown out. So I just went to bed crying, like real life bed. I was pretty upset. On day 94, I woke up to check my PC and it was like Christmas morning. I woke up to see 5 different level 100 Pokemons in my PC. Let's go. Baby, this is what happens when you be a good boy. Santa blesses you. And I actually got a monkey ape. This guy's a straight up gorilla. I released all of the Pokemon and they started chasing me. This was so awesome. I was ready to defeat all of these gyms. I went over to the battle frontier with all of my new Pokemon, tried fighting the Groudon, but James ended up switching him out for Necroma. I can tell he was scared of me. And we ended up killing Necroma. Finally, we killed one Pokemon. And then he released Mewtwo and I knew I was screwed. Like, bro, how is this even fair? So I headed over to the Dragon Gym again to try to redeem myself. My Clefable ended up killing the Diagla, but then all of my Pokemon fainted through the Dragonite. So I had to switch up the lineup. I got my boy Dragonpult, Clefable, and Greninja. And there's no difference. We're just taking L's left and right and center and middle and diagonal. So I gave up and went to the Electric Gym. My lineup was Tyranitar, Garchomp, and Excadrill. And I tried so many times and we fainted every single time. This was getting bad until now. I used Earthquake on Xurkitree and fainted him. Zeraora then got completely destroyed by the move Dig, and now it was the final battle. Master Trick used Flamethrower and I dodged it. Garchomp then dug a hole and slapped him down onto the ground. And we finally won our first gym. Finally, oh my god, we beat the Electric Gym. I was so happy. I was so happy, in fact, that I went back to the Dragon Gym because I had so much hope. I used Dragonpult, Clefable, and my boy Greninja. My boy Dragonpult one-hit Komomomomo with a Draco Meteor, and I got so excited. Maybe this is the one. He then got Dragonite to half health before he fainted, and this was a good sign. Greninja just lived Dragonite's attack, and we used Ice Beam to finish off Dragonite. Ice Beam then did Diagla's half health, then Clefable's Moonblast did some more health, and he was so close to dying. I then used Flamethrower move, and I ended up killing Diagla. Let's go. I beat both of the gyms back to back. Hog in the comments, boys. The Cookie Army did it. Big thanks to the Twitch Army. And after beating all of those gyms, I thought I was the man. So I wanted to cool down and finish off my mansion. But there was only one slight problem. This Baguette boss heard I was clapping all of the gyms, so he wanted a piece of me. There was only one thing to do, and that was to battle him. I spammed Flamethrower and Earthquake with my Charizard and left him in the dust. Yeah, get that garbage out of here, man. But anyways, I grabbed some wood, glass, and leaves and started finishing up the windows. I also added a cool design to the front house window right above the front door. I then filled in all of the gaps and touched up all of the windows, and this is how the house turned out. But you guys know there's one thing missing, and I made sure to keep it all the way till the end of the video, so only the true fans will know. And I'm talking to you guys. I added leaves to the house. Let's go. You think I grabbed 11 stacks of leaves for nothing? So I threw down leaves on all of the rooftops, all of the windows, and all of the walls. And just like that, the mansion is complete. And that is my 100 days on PIXELMON. If you guys want to play this server and build a house right beside mine, there will be a tutorial link in the description on how to join the server. And I'm on PokeSaga playing on the server Splash. So once you're in, type /server space splash and you'll be right there. Then type in /warp space a cookie god and you spawn right in my mansion. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow my Twitch if you guys want to see me live, and I want to give a big shout out to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and making my childhood YouTube dream come to life. It helps me tremendously, so thank you guys, especially my master Patreons. I literally wouldn't be here doing what I do without you guys, so thank you guys so much. If you guys want to be a Patreon and support my YouTube dream, the link will be in the description. Thanks again to PokeSaga, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.